Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to the PSP Podcast, featuring your friendly host, Perc 173, where PSP stands for Perc Spreads Positivity, where we educate.
The 3 E's, right? You can educate, you can entertain, you can be empathetic.
Have you encountered any gender-related obstacles or biases while building your career in content creation?
I would say the cyber stalking.
By bringing in the best of the best. You still do that, so let's not discount that. So what really made you go into streaming? What was that decision? What was that move that made you make, as I'm very sorry, I know I'm teasing you, but it's literally, it's one of those things that we can do. Post everywhere, post often, and do it your own way. And have fun. And have fun and be yourself.
Fine. Have fun, honestly. Like that, I love that so much because it's so true. Like, if you like the content you're making, like if you're watching it and you like it, you're not the only person.
From fitness to establish a new habit or a routine, what is your message to them?
Start with less than you think you need.
Too fitting. Would love to get some tips and tricks of the trade on like how you kind of do things in the cosplay field.
Yeah, I'd love to go into that, especially because like I've done a little bit of everything, right? So I've made some costumes, I've bought some costumes, I have my friends with costumes, I've commissioned costumes, I like craft all kinds of things, but also I wear things. Like there's a whole smorgasbord if I do a little bit of everything when it comes to cosplay.
To VTubing and animation. This is something that I may want to get into. How should they start?
Ooh, I think everyone should start on YouTube. I think YouTube is going to be your best place for launching
metrics that creators should be paying attention to, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think, and like specifically with like VTubing, I think it's, I think all of that is like kind of like the difficulty level is like bumped up to like expert.
And our goal at the PSP Podcast is to educate and inspire aspiring creators. And we are super excited for this week's episode, and we can't wait to see you there. So let's have a freaking party. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into tonight's episode of the PSP Podcast, where I'm your friendly host, Perc 173. And as you guys know, this is where we spread positivity. And our goal is to inspire the next generation of creators to start, to grow, and to stay true to themselves. And tonight's guest proves that you don't have to change who you are to build something absolutely incredibly special. As long as I've known her, she has been one of the kindest, most amazing people to me, and like she's stayed true to her form with pretty much everything that she's done. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to be joined today by SnixSnacks. She's a streamer who thrives on community, embraces her personality, and creates a space where everyone is able to be seen, able to be heard. And I'm so hyped to bring her on. SnixSnacks, hi, how are you? Welcome on in.
I'm good. You were making me tear up a bit, though.
Well, I mean what I say, because like this is a podcast where like we really want to inspire any aspiring creators that are out there, and honestly, like you do things in such a way that like really stay true to your own form, and like a lot of creators could have something to learn from watching your content and watching the stuff that you put forward. So why don't you introduce yourself to the people who may not know who you are, and let's get to know a little bit about Miss SnixSnacks here.
I'm horrible with intros, but hello, hiya, and hi there. My name is SnixSnacks. You can call me Snix. You can call me Snacks. You can call me SnixSnacks Paddywhack. I am a content creator and live streamer, but I was born here as a streamer on Kick. Well, on my, yeah. Anyways, because I know we're on multiple right now. I am a variety streamer. Is the best to if we're gonna be genreizing or whatever. But what I tend to dabble in the most is like the arts, and not just one specific form of art. Like I love art, I love arts and crafts, I love dancing, I love singing. You could definitely tell I was a theater nerd growing up.
W theater nerds, we love theater nerds.
Yes. But besides that, I grew up being obsessed with video games, so I am a gamer all through and through. And you catch me and my girls gaming together, and you would honestly think that we are a trio of dudes. Like, we are very unhinged, but in the very fun and lovable way.
It's amazing though, because like being unhinged and just having fun, it just allows you to be authentically yourself. And like
Mhm.
it's such a good quality to have as a content creator, because I feel like a lot of the creators that go out there expecting things to just be handed to them. And like I feel like they missed the mark of just going out there and having fun, right?
Yes.
Like we see creators just constantly compare themselves, constantly push themselves like to the next level, but have that like base mentality of just being themselves, having fun, enjoying their time with their friends, and like it is really truly like what gaming is all about. Not just gaming, just like art in general. It's like being able to put forward something for like your friends and everything. It's
Yeah.
such a huge thing. So take us back to the beginning of SnixSnacks. What made you hit that live button for the first time?
So for the very first time, honestly, that made me hit go live, and why I chose Kick also, um, is honestly a lot to do with Retronics. Now, he was a streamer for many years before me. Um, he was burnt out, feeling, I feel like all of us have been there. Um, the whole should I do this? Should I not do this? I'm gonna take a break for a while. Um, so after encouraging him to try streaming on Twitch again for like 2 months straight, I kind of gave up. And then a mutual friend of ours um was talking about how he wanted to try kick out. Now, sorry, my kid just started yapping really loudly.
You're okay.
Um,
No worries.
but basically, long story short, a mutual friend of ours, he was telling us how he was going to try out Kick, because he wasn't enjoying Twitch anymore. And now for months before that, like I said, I was trying to get him to stream. I did mention Kick to him a bunch of times. So him and I actually got really, really high, and I was just like kind of really stoned, to be honest. And I looked at him, I was like, I'll do it if you do it. And now for a whole year prior to that, the whole year that we were, first getting to know each other and starting to date and everything, he was one of the major encouraging voices of you should really get into streaming. You would be great for it. Like you just have a natural gift for it. Many of my cheerleading teammates for years prior, my brother, my best friends, they all try to push me into doing this. So the second that I was like, I'll do it if you do it, he was like, fine, we're going live. And I actually had a completely different name. I wasn't SnixSnacks then. I picked a name based off of whatever my gamer tag was for the longest time at that point, and it was Tsunade from, Naruto.
W.
And a lot of people, huge W, until a lot of people were coming into my chat thinking I was this Tsunade that was an OnlyFans girl that also had that name, the content creator of that name. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not me. And I didn't want to, have to deal with that multiple times moving forward. So the birth of the SnixSnacks brand and name actually comes from my college nickname. So that's where I landed on SnixSnacks, and then it became very punny. Like I say snacktastic a lot. I um for a while, like with the whole when F3 was like a thing for a huge, for a hot minute. I was hanging out with friends in called Boom Squad, and they were
Hmm.
like, partners with them, affiliates with them, whatever it was. And they made a joke about, okay, let's whoever's got the best, pitch will partner with you. So I was just making a joke. I go, every energy drink needs a snack. I'm a very
W.
punny person. A very
Well,
punny person. So
you
like,
and me both there. You and me
right.
both.
I think it's our birth year, man. It's
Well,
gotta be.
It might be.
It
Genuinely, it
might
might
be.
be. Because like even I
Like
like when I introduce you, I'm like, you're the snack that actually smiles back. So
SnixSnacks.
right, snacks.
And like, for example, as I have like all of my first thing of merch is a fanny pack, but it's called a snack pack.
W. I mean, like, why? That's just amazing. Like, that's the
Yeah.
right pun.
And this thing is like almost a year and a half old and like it's still holding up. And I made it all myself on my streams because I am a crafter. That is literally, I've been known as the crafting queen, is what I've been told. And 2 different dream hacks now. And I'm just like, who, me? Like, whoop. Like it's a great feeling because I'm like, who? I feel like that the scene in The Night at the Roxbury, like me, him, me.
Oh, I love Night at the Roxbury. I used to watch that movie It was so great.
Same.
That
On
and
repeat.
Big Lebowski on repeat.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
See,
The,
same era.
the Jesus, the dude.
The
The dude. But see, it's funny you bring up crafting. I know I suck at crafting. I mean, I'm great at building. Like I built that cat tree back there a little bit ago, but I'm absolutely awful at like crafting and doing stuff like that. I'm great at building. I'm great at building computers. I'm great at technology, but like I've never been good at the art type of thing. I've never been good at crafting. Never been good at putting those things together. So, what made you really want to go into like that crafting artistic streamer? Was it just like you were good at what you did, like you had fun with it, or like what was the vibe there?
So, what made me honestly start focusing more on crafts and like art,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I've done it for content throughout my time. Like it's not just like, oh, magically I started doing it.
Right.
Um, it's just when I was taking, I think the whole first year, almost 2 years into streaming, because I'm almost at 3 years now. And I
W.
like huge W because like the more that I've gotten to talk to a lot of these bigger streamers, right? At conventions and stuff like that, and just hearing like how fast I've progressed in a short time, um, and like hearing their feedback about it, it's like, holy shit, okay. I went and did the damn thing. Like I saw it, I want it, and I did it. So like it's it's crazy because I have the biggest imposter syndrome all the time too. So, what really honestly made me want to be more consistent with crafting, I won't lie, it was Kick Road. That opportunity to have that exposure for my work. Not even so much for the competition. I entered the competition because my daughter for 2 reasons. My daughter, this is the first reason. My daughter wanted me to because she wanted me to show off my work. Because I have so many paintings, so many knickknacks is what I call 'em. Play on my name.
W.
Um, and I just wasn't doing anything. And I'm a hoarder. So like I kept that shit. Unless like all of a sudden, oh, this piece that I made is calling to me for this person and I would give it to them. So my daughter really encouraged me to do it. And then actually a really good friend of ours from my GTA like RP family, his name's Rip. In the streamer world, his name is Sad Guts. This is a huge, shout out to you, dude. He really, really like sat down in a Discord call with me and he was like, dude, just do it. He was like, you're going to challenge yourself in this. And the point is to see if you can do it. See how far you can go. He's like, there's no point. He's like, yes, there's money involved, and if you win the money, that's so fucking cool because you need it. But because at that time I did need it. He's like, but push yourself, challenge yourself. He was like, it's a great way to make a comeback to your streaming career because at that time I was coming off of a break. So I really was like, okay. He was like, and do art. He's like, do what your daughter said, do art and showcase that. And he's like, it's not like all you have to do is art, which was true. That was the whole point of that competition was to showcase the many sides of you, to challenge yourself, to push past your own boundaries. There were so many times where I legit broke down and cry Like, and just over the fact, not even anything to do streaming wise, just the fact that like I was putting all of this pressure on myself to hit my own personal goals. And like diamonds need pressure to break and to become perfect. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
like
100%.
and
100%.
here's another thing, because I used to sell diamonds back in the day. Not every diamond is perfect, okay? Because there's no such thing as a perfect diamond.
Except for the Minecraft diamond.
Except for the Minecraft diamonds, that is true.
Yeah, I've never met anybody not excited when they see a Minecraft diamond. That's the only thing. But
They're all
so
beautiful.
they're all beautiful, but they're all
Yes.
different.
Exactly.
So it's funny that you kind of mentioned like your friends telling you to only or not only do one thing. Like you can do more than just that. For the
Mhm.
longest time, I've been dealing with burnout because of the game of Call of Duty. And all my friends are like, go to Arc Raiders, go do this, go play Fortnite, go play this, go do that. And I'm like, I only like to stream Call of Duty because it's a game that I kind of feel comfortable with. And like, a lot of my friends have been trying to push me out of my comfort zone. So like, a lot of the burnout that happens is because Call of Duty is such kind of like a bad game. Not kind of, it is really a bad game. Like Black Ops 7 is one of those games like where like, it's better than Black Ops 6, but it's not going to revitalize the Call of Duty community because you have a billion-dollar company that lies to you about skill-based matchmaking in order to get people to come back to their own lobbies and play it, and then you still have people hacking their booty cheeks off and all that jazz. But like you forget that as a content creator and as a streamer, you don't have to put all of your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
And it's one of the reasons why I decided to do podcasting. I love podcasting. I love talking as a podcast host, and I love inviting people on. It's like it's something different. It's something unique. It's something fun. It's something that I can actually utilize my content creation skills for and put together videos of like truly meaningful and inspirational content. Like as a
And not
content
even just,
creator. Oh yeah,
I'm
go
gonna pause
ahead.
you. Not
Mhm.
even just that, but it also connects you to people. And
Yes.
not just the guests that you're talking to, but the people that are actually watching your offline content. Because you're providing something that's relatable.
Exactly. And a lot of people run into this trap where they're like, I'm going to go do this because I want to do this because I like this and I'm going to only do this. Well, you're putting yourself in a box. And the biggest point that most content creators or any content creator will tell you is to break the
Don't limit
walls
yourself.
down. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
don't
limit
limit yourself.
yourself. Don't put
I
yourself in
had
a box.
I had that discussion this past dream hack actually with my childhood best friend who
Mm-hmm.
I did get into streaming. I was one of the people who really encouraged her. She's always wanted to do it. But we call ourselves a little bit of yin and yang.
Okay.
For the longest time growing up, I was her voice. Like I can read her brain. She's very, I don't want to say reserved, but she will only open up back, not anymore. She's done so much better because how much streaming has made her break out of her shell personally. Now, hearing her at DreamHack in our Airbnb one night just talking about, "Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do this." And I'm like, "Why are you limiting yourself? Just do it." Like, why are you
Exactly.
limiting yourself? You're the only one limiting yourself. Take that risk. Like, you don't know what opportunity it's going to bring you. Now, for example, I didn't win that contest for this past DreamHack, the pitch to Spotlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had some beautiful content for that. Like, that is, I'm not giving up on that content. Like, that content, I have taken this time to look at it, see where I need to improve, where I can like really shoot it into like the next big thing, like BBFM, like how Jess nurtured that. You know what I mean? I'm taking the time to nurture this because I want this so badly, right? Now, it didn't work out there, but just because it didn't win that contest doesn't mean it's not going to win another.
Through that.
It caught the eye of a different convention for a main stage, and I'm like, we're not there yet. Like, it's just not there yet. And to know, like, personally for me, to know that I'm not ready and it is okay to say no and take that time until it is not perfect, nothing is perfect, but in a place where it is actually ready to thrive, that's maturity. Because
Absolutely.
I've been told I not only go balls to the walls on something, but I also try to do 4 different things on, a huge, like, crossroad all at the same time. So, the last few months, yes, I haven't really been streaming. It's because I am coming into my new era. My new what I wanna say I don't wanna say rebranding, it's not rebranding, it's refining. It's
And we all have to do
becoming
that as creators.
we do, and we have to not just as creators, but as human beings.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
true.
Like, we all have to honestly take time to reflect on ourselves and see where do I need to improve? Not just as a person, but in a way where every night I can go to bed and say, I'm happy with how I was today. And not just how I was today, of what I brought to the world today. And if I go to bed realizing I didn't bring something today, I plan for what am I gonna do tomorrow then?
And that's just
Look,
a massive part of just being a human being and like being able to not only better yourself. I say this all the time, but 95% of what streamers do is introspective work. You look into yourself, you look into what you're doing, you try to make yourself better, and like you have to make yourself better. You can't let yourself get stagnant. And like I'm a huge believer if you truly want something, you're gonna make it happen. You're not
mhm,
just gonna talk about making it happen. You're gonna do everything in your power to make it happen. Like for me, I'm doing everything in my power right now to get 40 videos lined up for 3 content channels in a row in a month. People are like, "Well, where'd you go? You disappeared. You haven't been posting." I'm like, "No, no, no, no.
focus.
I have
You're
been
focused.
I have been in a completely different mentality. I've been working on a secret Minecraft channel. Oh shit, did I just leak it? Oh wait, you'll find that later. Um the podcast content where I have oh, I wish I could show you guys this Excel file. I have 30 creators that I'm going down the list of and adding like continuously, creating different content. Some people from last year, some people from 2 seasons ago, some people from 2 years ago. I'm going through and crafting the right content. I'm going through and working on my Call of Duty channel. It's You guys may not see me right now, but in 2 months you're gonna see a lot of me because
Right.
we're consistently making things happen behind the scenes. Because a lot of what you guys as creators, as viewers, don't see is we do so much behind the scenes. It's how we
Mhm.
make our brand work.
Yeah, it really is. And the people that, like, truthfully, the people that have scripted like streams, like live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a difference between having, like a go-to sheet when you're trying to do like a 12-hour and a subathon and stuff like that. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed there's been a shift to scripted live content. And to me, like, it doesn't feel as authentic anymore. So like my like biggest thing that I've been going about saying lately is be authentically you as much as possible. I like either that or y'all we forgot about SpongeBob's imagination. Like the
There's a
whole
there's a
nope.
lot that comes with like scripted content and like that's out there right now too. I actually have a couple creator friends who have made multi-million views on YouTube just with like scripted content, like, but everyone's content style is so different and like
Right.
there's so many different things. Like we preach like to find your niche as a creator, you have to be enthusiastically yourself. You have to.
Yeah, you do. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, offline content, like for example, offline content, like, let's be real. We grew up on Jenna Marbles.
No,
What's
yeah.
Liza Koshy,
Mm-hmm.
like all of them, right? Like
Right.
there are guide like I guaranteed they scripted a good chunk of stuff, but a lot of it also they made sure to have a good improv moments and stuff like that. It's just that I have no issue with that. That's creation. That's
Right.
part of creating and being creative because that's honestly where content creator, that's where it comes from. Creativity, creation. right? So that's not what I'm like saying. What I'm
Oh,
saying
for
is a
sure.
lot of people are getting wrapped up in the live streaming world where I need these views, so I need to be this way. They're not being themselves. They're being more scripted, more of a
You're
character
talking
when they
about
weren't
fake
original.
personality. So
Yes.
that is like, that's a huge thing that I noticed too. Like you look at the Jack Dohertys of the world who put on this facade of being this big tough um evil dude that likes to make people mad to get a couple views. Like you see that type of stuff, but like the way that I kind of look at these things is like there's a million different styles of content in the world. Some of them are for me and some of them are not. And like
Right.
if they choose that they want to allow themselves to, I don't want to say stoop because stoop isn't the correct word because some people don't actually see it as stooping. Like if you want to make content of that caliber, that is entirely your decision. That's a route that you want to go. You might be the best at it. Like you might be Joker and purposely do um like drama content and allow people to just get sucked into the drama that you're putting forward and turning it into something and getting views off of it. Like ultimately content is something that's consumable, and there's a lot of like fakeness in the content world, and we say these things when I say fakeness, I don't mean that people are being fake and being fake to you. No, like just remember we're content creators. Some people are going to put on a face to feel pretty to get a fuck ton of views. Some people are going to be Jack Doherty and piss you off just to get a couple views. Like there's a lot of different things out there. There's a lot of different styles. There's a lot of mentality. It's a whole weird thing that we have to learn to understand as a content creator.
No, yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
so it's not so much making the fake character from the start, and I'm not probably saying fake is like the wrong word to use right now.
No,
But
I mean I'm in agreement with you. So like don't think I'm like disagreeing with you.
yeah,
It's just
no, it's
yeah.
what I'm saying, like what I'm getting at is that like a lot of people, like if they see that their views are starting to drop, crack an egg over their head. Like when they
Right.
never would have done that before. Like people are starting to lean into more of a scripted type of subathon, type of how do I get this many subs? Like, how can I make you pay me money? And like, that's not the whole point of content creation in general.
Right.
Like, having people like the Joker out there, um, honestly, even VTubers, like having VTubers out there, that gives like a whole different community of someone to relate to. You know what I mean? Like, people, like, especially the fantasy world, like people that are really into like Dungeons and Dragons and like world like RPGs like that have like actual deep storylines. Like we all connect to something. It means our soul is
Right.
connecting to it, right? So like to have other streamers out there and other content creators out there that are character based, that's great. It opens a whole opportunity for a whole bunch of people. Um I just I'm even saying this for myself because I started noticing this in myself straying towards this is the whole how do I get the subs? How do I get the views? Like what do I need to start doing to make you come into my channel instead of over and watching so and so? And even like it felt like for a minute like everything was a huge competition even against my closest of friends. And that does a lot to your mentality, especially when these people who do nothing, like your closest friends do nothing but truly support and encourage you. Like, I've had them call me sometimes and be like, bitch, why the fuck are you not awake and streaming yet? Get the fuck up, go stream. If it's a down day, you need an Eeyore day, we'll hang out in Discord for today, but you're streaming tomorrow. Like, that's not competition. You know what I mean? So, like, the way that you can easily get sucked into this whole how do I get more subs? How do I get more views? How can I grow? How can I grow? How can I grow mindset? That's when you start to not become authentic. And that's
Right.
where I think is the words I was trying to find.
For sure. And like a lot of the things that people forget is like a lot of people will go into content creation with I call it not an ulterior motive, but a subterior motive. And the reason why I say it like that is they go in because they want the subs. They go in because they
Mhm.
want the money. And you do that,
They get a
you're
Google
failing.
money.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're already failing yourself. And the reason why you're failing yourself is because what product are you putting forward that are going to allow people to be able to view your content, enjoy your content, and come back? For me, I just want to make people smile. And if I make one person smile and then they come into my stream and they're like, dude, it's a W stream, you're a W human, it's a W person, I want to come back, I want to hang out, I want to do this, I want to like be there, I want to play games with you because you're funny, because you're goofy, and like you make, or like whatever the case is, if I make somebody smile, I accomplish my main goal. I don't care about any subs. I don't stream and make content for the subs. I don't stream and make content with a goal. I mean, I could literally end content right now, still post still post like specific weird videos, and be perfectly fine. I could stop doing content entirely, get a million different certifications, in my industry, and be perfectly fine. But I choose to balance that, if that makes sense. I choose to balance everything and kind of put things forward because it goes into the mindset and motivation in the space, right? A lot of people compare themselves to other creators off the rip, and it puts them in a negative mentality, and they're like, I'll never make it. Like, and I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I've compared myself to people like Steffi or like Styx or like Shady or like Cpreds in the past, and I was like, man, I'm never going to get there. Because people want the end goal, but they're never there for the journey. And I feel like people miss that.
I understand that. So, somewhat similar for me, except for it was what I realized afterwards is I'm never going to get to be like, and I'm just going to throw a few names out there, like BB Jess. I'm never going to get to be like Whittles. I'm never going to get to be like iGypsy. I realize, yeah, of course I'm never going to get to be like them because I'm not them.
100%.
Those are my girls. Like, I idolize them. I look up to whatever they fucking tell me advice-wise. I literally hear it out. Like, I truly fucking do. Gypsy was a mentor of mine for a good chunk of the beginning of my streaming career. So, like, when the day, like, it was like a fucking epiphany. Like, Timon and Pumbaa style epiphany, if anyone remembers Lion King 1.5, okay? Literally, I'm like, yeah, I'm not ever gonna get to be like them because I am not them. I am
Yep.
SnixSnacks. Like, what does that mean? What does SnixSnacks mean? Like, that was the start of my reflection of like the self-reflection, truthfully.
And it's so important to be able to have that self-reflection in this day and age in content creation. It helps you put
The
together
earlier the
your...
better. The
your-
earlier the better, people.
I have had... So, we talk about imposter syndrome, right?
Yes.
So, you probably saw me at DreamHack, this past DreamHack, when I was accepted as a creator for the first time, right?
Yeah, you were in awe of it. Like, you were just like
I'm-
in shock.
I'm like, I the entire time, and I got yelled at this so much from like my friends back when I got home. But I was like, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. So Sav comes up to me. She's like, shut up. You do deserve it. You're fucking killing it. I fucking love your face. Keep killing it. And I've had messages from multiple different creator friends that I met throughout my time as a creator saying that, like, you're really doing a thing, man. You're really killing it. You're doing awesome. Just keep doing what you're doing. But as soon as I got back from DreamHack, I went through a depressive state. My father went through cancer. I had personal life shit going on, and like he had another surgery, and I had to start taking care of him. Haven't been able to post content, haven't been able to do things, and then the holidays hit, and I had to go spend time with the family for the holidays. And like people thought that I took the entire month of December off, and I did, but not for the reasons you think that I took the month of December off.
Right.
So I then turn around and I make the joke, guys. I know why. You know why I took December off. It's because I'm Santa Claus. So then I dress up as Santa and I start sniping people in Call of Duty. And I'm like, look, this is what I did prior to the holidays. And I made a huge joke out of it. Like, it's stuff that's like, you just want to have fun with yourself and like allow yourselves to have fun. And like, as a content creator, that's really what it boils down to. Not everything is going to be a clip. Not everything is going to be a hit. But you know what is going to be that clip and that hit It's when you enjoy yourself and have the most fun and have the best conversations.
The best clips that I could ever make in my life happen. They don't exist, by the way, because they happen when I'm gaming offline with my
Yeah.
friends.
And that's the whole thing is like when I stream, I want to stream with my friends, but I want to stream in like an offline setting. Still pay
Hold on 2
attention to
seconds.
chat. Oh no, go for it. But like the best games that you can have, the best clips that you can have are like when you are gaming offline with your friends, you're doing cool little fun party things. You are enjoying yourself to the absolute fullest extent of being a content creator. And people forget that being a content creator means that you are constantly trying to grow. You're constantly trying to do certain things and access certain things that you've never seen before, never done before. It's about trying new things. It's about motivating yourself. It's about being enthusiastically, authentically yourself. And the entire world forgets their main reason why they start making content creation in the first place. And that is something that I urge every person wanting to go into content creator to ask themselves, why do you even want to do this? Why do you want to put yourself to make content 24 hours a day? Why do you want to put yourself in front of a bunch of random people you've never seen before 24 hours a day? Why do you want to put yourself in a position where you're constantly being your own audio engineer? You're constantly researching new ways to improve in OBS. You're constantly trying to discover new streaming software, discover new tools that are going to help you edit, learn the editing software, learn the crafting software. There's so many hats that we wear as content creators, and we would never be able to do that without learning. And there is no course that's going to ever teach you because every journey is different.
Yeah. Like, for me personally, it is hard for me to edit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. No matter how many times people have sat down with me and spent hours with me, showing me different programs, saying that this editing software is easier, this one's easier, this one's easier, I could sit and watch someone edit for days. My brain just does not compute it. It like it doesn't. So like my go-to for me, and it might be a little cheap way out, but at the same time, it's been the easiest way to teach me is CapCut.
Sure.
Like,
For
which
me, it's any software out there, but it's the amount of time you put into it. I've learned Premiere, I've learned DaVinci, I've learned CapCut, I've learned
I just can't comprehend the
yeah.
other ones with CapCut. It's like a
But everyone's different and they have their own unique style. And like the
yes,
best editing styles come from the fully learning a software. And for you, yeah, that's CapCut and that's great. For me,
well,
it's
it's where I started. I just started teaching myself editing this year, and honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. My daughters helped me a lot. Okay, my
hey, there's nothing wrong
7-year-old.
with that.
Nope, because my 7-year-old, for the longest time, me being a streamer made her want to make her own like YouTube shorts and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So she downloaded CapCut to do so, and like she's CapCut Pro, so literally I was like, okay, teach me. Like, show
When
me.
when it comes to like the whole editing portion, it's like my biggest thing and the reason why I haven't been growing is because I don't have time. That's literally the only reason. I haven't had time to sit down. I have a total of 4 free hours every single week. That's not a whole lot of time,
Yeah.
but I put myself out there. I do certain things. I make what I can, and I try to get things out there. Some people are like, "Why don't you hire an editor?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't because I don't have the money to do that yet." So
Mhm.
we're gonna throw that down the road. We're gonna toss that down the road. I'm just gonna keep trying to do what I'm doing and trying to keep posting content in the best way I can. Like if I had 5 more hours in the day, you guys would have 5 more shorts in the day. And that's the beauty of content creation is you can never predict anything, but you can only go with the flow.
Right. Well, that's life too.
Oh, for sure. Like,
You
well,
can't honestly predict how life is going to actually be. You can only go with the flow.
you have to. And like sometimes the flow sucks, but you know what? Go with it instead of trying to go against it, and you're gonna create a rift, and you can't create those rifts.
No,
So
because everything, honestly, things happen for a reason.
for sure,
Things happen for a reason because, like I said earlier, um, with Pitch to Spotlight, just because so you think you can K-pop didn't win that doesn't mean it's not going to win other contests in the future or be on a main stage elsewhere in the future. Like, there's so many opportunities. The expression, when one door closes, another one opens. Well, if it doesn't open, this is my added expression onto it, okay? If that other door doesn't open, become the Kool-Aid man and oh yeah, kick it through. Like, make your own doors. Like, a lot of things happen for a reason. Like, oh, the universe provides things for a reason. A lot of that happens because of the hard work you also put into it. Um, like, you can't just expect, oh, and I'm a pretty positive person. You can't just expect to be like, oh, if I'm going to be positive, but yet sit on my ass, you're not going to get good things. You're not going to get as many good things. Okay.
Truth.
Like, you need to go out there and you need to actually work your ass off for it too. Just like you said, you only have 4 extra hours the entire week, right? Or 4 free hours the entire week. It's because you're not sitting around doing nothing. You're doing shit. And not just for your content creation. You're doing shit for you personally as well. And that's another thing. There is, for me, there is no SnixSnacks if there is no Heather first. Okay? That's bottom line. If I'm not me, I can't be SnixSnacks. There's been plenty of streams where people are like messaging me afterwards. They're like, "Are you okay? Like, you seem like something's going on." And yeah, there was major shit going on in my life during that time. And that's because I wasn't taking care of Heather first. Now, does that mean just completely cut off SnixSnacks and yada yada? No, it's about finding balance. You need to find your yin and your yang. You need to find your flow, your natural flow. Part of the reason why I think I'm so into anime is like, your inner chakra, like all that shit. Like, you have to rediscover who you are and put you first and know that it is okay to tell people no. It is okay to cut people off. I've always had that's been one of the hardest things for me. And it's the nurturer in me. It's well, everyone deserves a second chance in me. It's a lot of that. Like, I had to learn how to cut people off. I had to cut a lot of mods off. And not cut them off, but like cut take their mods, like roll away. Um, and that was nothing personal. It's just like I said, I'm refining myself.
We all are. In a day-to-day basis, we all have to as creators. Like, you bring up like the cutting people off. My mentality is, if someone does me wrong, then I don't want them in my life. I won't let them in my life anymore. The moment you hurt me is the moment I'm going to just cut all ties. And there has
Protect your
been people
peace.
like that. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your peace, like, because we deal with so much on a day-to-day basis. I deal with so many random people coming into my life and just like posting random like follow, like, oh, come follow my live, come do this. I want to be like the people will like randomly like bot your live stream for some reason. Like,
Mhm.
this world isn't just as simple as you hit the go live button, you have a freaking party, and then you go home and then you make more content and then you do things. No, there's a lot involved in the world of content. Um, a lot of people also go and they'll try a new platform and expect to become the next big thing on the platform when they haven't even established themselves as a creator first.
Mhm.
So now there are some people who, like the hidden gems, who haven't been noticed, who will go to that new platform, be completely exposed in the bright light, and everyone will come in and be like, "Oh my god, this person's pretty dope." Because
Yeah.
I've watched that happen with a bunch of different people. I watched that happen with GD. I watched that happen with Whittle Bears. I watched that happen um with Dr. Chubbs. I've watched that happen with Lucci, even though they were already known. But like, it's beyond just that. It's like, no one is gonna be able to just blow up and grow and be the next big person unless you establish yourself, you're happy with yourself, you're confident with yourself first.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, that's why, like, I'm still stream from 0 to 3 viewers from time to time. But I'm gonna call out a lot of small streamers here. Turn off that second computer. stream to 0 people.
Yeah.
I don't care about your percussive 2.0 account that's in your stream. Or I don't care about that Johnny Bravo 159 that you created just to get yourself to affiliate. Turn it off. Let people find you naturally. The platform may not push you, but if you're not being pushed, make better content and look at why you're not
Right.
being pushed.
Or funnel gate, channel funnel. That's the word. Channel
Yes.
gate, channel funnel. Like, actually get your content out there on other fucking platforms like TikTok, like
100%.
Shorts, all of that, because that is what will bring more people in. Now, I've been very bad at that for myself lately. I ain't gonna lie. All right, like, I already know my manager's probably gonna be like, when I talk to her next, but it is what it is. And like, and that's another thing. This last year I learned it's okay to ask other people for help. I reached out
Mm-hmm.
to a fellow content creator that literally anytime I have ever gone to her for advice on streaming or life, 100% upfront, honest, never sugarcoat shit, right? And when like I reached out to her about like how do I go about managing myself better, because this, then a third, life is hard. I can't really seem to focus. I can't find my consistency. I know the next few months are going to be shit for me when it comes to being consistent as well. And honestly, like, she's now my manager. Like, and it is okay to have one. Like, it's okay. It takes a lot of the stress off, in a sense, right now, for me to be like, okay, I don't have to, what's the word? I don't have to wear all these hats right now. Like, am I capable of wearing all these hats? Definitely. She's even stated that herself. Like, I'm not gonna have to be, much managed, because I do a very good job of it of my own. Like, it's more so I also don't want to miss out on things in my kid's life right now, guys. So like my kid's at that prime like 7 to like, the last of the little kid years. Okay? Like she's
Mm-hmm.
not double digits yet, but like we're getting closer, and
You're
I
getting
want
to
to be
that
able
point where you
to
want to be there. You want to experience life.
I just want to experience life in general. And like that's with my community by my side. Like I wouldn't have gotten to a lot of places without the people that I've met due to streaming, and not just streamers, like my community in general. Like my closest friends, honestly, I've met because of streaming. Like
True.
I would not trade them for the fucking world.
See,
Like I joke around and I say I'm their little chihuahua, but in reality I'm more like a Pomeranian.
hey, we love Pomeranians though. And like we're in my situation here. It's like I stream because I want to help people, and I want to help people. I want to be there for people. I want to push myself. I want to create content. I want to get myself out of my comfort zone. I'm an introvert, so the best way I can possibly be extroverted is to be here and to be on this live stream and to like create podcasts and just to talk to people. And like I'll sit in my house for like 9 to 10 hours on a day. I can play Minecraft. I kid you not. I can go play Minecraft from 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 a.m. the following morning. Go to sleep for 5 hours and go play it again. It's not that I even want to stream Minecraft or I'm good at Minecraft, because I'm not. But you know what it is? It allows me the ability to disassociate. It allows me the ability to associate. And it also allows me the ability to learn what I'm trying to do in my mind. When I take time
Yeah.
off as a content creator, when I have such a busy life, it's because I'm doing so much things behind the scenes, and I'm trying to allow myself the mentality to refresh my mentality to put forth better content when I return. I'm never going to be a full-time content creator. That's never my goal, because I have a full-time career and it is one of the most amazing things in the world. There's so much in life that you want to go out, you want to explore, you want to do so many things beyond just Atlanta, so many things beyond just California, beyond these conventions. Conventions are great. Don't get me wrong. They're a great way to meet people, to meet your favorite creators, to talk to people, to get to know people, to network, to indulge, to meet brands. But if you only put yourself in the mindset of going to these conventions and going to meet your creators, you're going to miss out on who's percussive. You're going to miss out on who is SnixSnacks. You're going to miss out on your life. So we have to find that balance.
Honestly, the best part for me personally, the best parts and the best memories I have from these conventions aren't so much at the con themselves, unless it's in the moment because it's the place that we're at, but
Mhm.
like people watching, like the nights
Right.
going out, like nights that I'm like, okay, I really don't want to go out and network. Like literally, that was my mindset. Like, I don't want to go out and network. I'm just here because I work here. Okay, that's a mindset. And I'm out in public, and this was for Dallas, DreamHack Dallas. And I see a fellow Aquarian, also just like I think all peopled out in general at that moment, just chilling and people watching on a bench. So I went and sat next to her and just we vibed. We didn't want to go in there, and we're just people watching, and we got to know each other like way
Mhm.
better, truthfully. Like I got to know more of Jess and she got to know more of Heather, not just SnixSnacks. So honestly, it's like you said, it is a great opportunity to go and meet the streamers or the creators that you want to meet, or go and network with these brands that you want to get a deal with. But also you got to live in the moment,
Yes.
because if you don't, you're going to miss out on so much more of the smaller shit. Like this last dream hack, day one, I was a mess. I was a crying mess. I was having anxiety and FOMO from being away from my kid because it was the first Halloween away from her. I was having anxiety because people who usually are at DreamHack with me were not there. Um, I was a mess. Like, truthfully, if it was not for like huge shout out to Hellcat and to Yana, if it weren't for those two, like, yeah. And honestly, my girl Hellcat, she sat me down. She's like, I love you, but day one sucked for me. And I'm just like, shit, this is your first dream hack. Okay, it's not gonna suck tomorrow. We got this shit. We're gonna make memories. So that night we got really high and we made memories.
It's
Like,
honestly, it's so important. And like, it's so important to just allow yourself to live in a moment, whether it be at a convention or just whether it be in your own personal life. Like, for example, I went to Maui, right? It was the best vacation I've ever had, and it was with my mother and my brother. We went to Maui. I went to Molokini Crater. I went to
that
uh
sounds beautiful.
like I went to Mount Haleakala at 6 a.m. in the morning and had a life experience that I'm never going to be able to have again, because, well, it's just something that you have to go and you have to do and you have to experience and you have to allow yourself the joy to be able to do certain things. Um, the sad truth of this world is this world sucks. If you pay attention to politics, you're going to get yourself upset. You put yourself in the middle of the world of politics, you're going to get upset. You're going to be upset with the way the world is. It's just kind of just unfortunate, but it is what it is. You have to let yourself do things that you want to do. You have to go travel. You have to take care of yourself. You have to go experience things. It's beyond just a world of content creation. You've never taken a cruise, go take a cruise. Right? You will save up your money, make it happen, have fun. Skip the convention. Go to Maui. Go to Greece. Do whatever it is that you actually want to do, because you know what? When you're happy and you allow yourself that ability to be happy and that mentality to be happy, your viewers are going to see that. And it's going to make more people want to be around you. And
Mhm.
really what it boils down to in the world of content creation is this. The happier you are, the more people are going to want to celebrate that happiness with you. Why do you think people give
Yeah.
subs? Because it creates an expression that you're not used to. It's like, yo, I don't deserve that. Thank you so much.
We're all drawn to light, and happiness is a form of light.
Exactly.
So the happier you technically are, the more people are drawn to you. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like we're all little lost ships at sea looking for lighthouses, man.
Exactly. And like, it's when you're depressed, like, are you going to go live? Are you going to stream? No, you're going to go hang out in somebody else's chat and you're going to go talk to them. You're going to see how they are. You're going to catch up.
Hmm.
So you're right. We're all little ships lost at sea. And like, I keep trying to tell people that want to go in a world of content creation is that it's a very lonely place if you let it.
Hmm. You
But
got to find your tribe.
that's not even your tribe. You got to find yourself.
Yeah. Well, you find yourself first, then you find your tribe. Like,
Okay.
truthfully. Because if you don't find yourself first and you just instantly go and try to find a friend group to be a part of, like, there's going to be so much drama. There just
Always
is.
is.
And, like, that's because you don't know who you are just yet as a content creator. You don't know what your boundaries are just yet as a content creator. And we all, unfortunately, do need to learn this. We all need to learn that not everyone is actually rooting for you and they're in your corner that is your friend. Okay? And quotation marks, because we learn this and we no longer tend to be friends with those people because these people come into our lives to teach us how to grow. So it is okay when, like, because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes friendship grieving, when you're no longer like, you're like, okay, I'm not going to hang out with this person anymore. Dude, sometimes that grieving hurts even more than like
Oh,
losing a loved one. And it's because of the simple fact alone, like you really truly think that you had this connection with them. And I started viewing things, okay, I did have this connection with them, and it was meant to teach me and to evolve me into the next person I'm about to become, into my next chapter.
well, people call it parasocial. And like, I agree with the parasocial aspect to an extent, but it also isn't. It's like you can't just lump everything into a word that
Well,
you
no,
heard on the internet.
what I'm talking about
Mhm.
is not no, I'm not
Oh
talking
no,
about
no.
parasocial.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like in general, like adding on to kind of what you're saying. Like
Yeah, well, parasocial is different, truthfully.
well,
Parasocial is
100%.
way different than that. I've had to deal with that so much within the last 2 years now that it's quite honestly, it makes me be like, okay, am I parasocial with certain people too?
Well,
Like,
what I
do I
mean is
have
like,
this one-sided friend? Like, it really makes me think. Like, okay, are there one-way streets for me as well? And like, then I slowly learned, okay, no, it's not. Like, because it's not that excessive. But like, there's it's so frustrating to deal with.
I definitely agree with you. And what I mean when I say that is people like to lump things into things that they don't fully understand. That's what I mean by that. It's
Hmm.
100% not just the parasocial aspect. People will say like, "Oh, I don't like this person. They were parasocial towards me." Okay, cool. You learned that word from the internet from watching a YouTube video from Dr. Doug Martin, and now you think you know everything about parasocial relationships. It's beyond just that. Like people who hurt you, it's gonna hurt. Like when friendships leave, friendships are gonna hurt, and that's in real life. That's with like in your content creation life, it's just gonna be like that. When friendships leave, friendships sting. And you also got to understand that there's a reason why some people don't necessarily connect, whether it be initially or the other facet. It's like because it's a different perspective, or they don't see the other person's perspective. People forget like the basic rules of friendships a lot of the times. I'm not saying you, I'm just saying
No,
creatives.
in
Yeah,
general,
and then
yeah.
they fall down this slippery slope, and then they get into this trap, and they're like, "Oh, everyone hates me. I'm just gonna sit in a corner." You know, like I'm Kermit the Frog. But like it's people will let themselves fall into the wrong traps instead of allowing themselves to discover what makes them happy. And
Yeah.
in a world with such hard truths, it's really hard to find out what makes you happy until you actually experience it. Don't let yourself be trapped behind a proverbial cloud.
For real.
It's why a lot of us content creators turn back around and say, yeah, learn what you want to do, learn about yourselves. And like, it's honestly, that's the biggest mistake I see creators make too, whether it be mid level or even big level. Like they forget where they came from. You can't forget your roots, guys. You really can't.
No, not at all.
So, what skills outside of going live have helped you most as a creator?
So honestly, when I do have a like theater background, I was going to college for theater arts, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I do have that going for me a lot, but I also grew up heavily in the cheerleading industry and like the all-star cheerleading, so competitive cheerleading. This is where if, anyone's watched Netflix cheer series when that first came out with Navarro and everything, like that's college cheer. But those kids all grew up as competitive cheerleaders, meaning they're not used to game day cheer where they're cheering on a football team. It's just strict competition. Like drills, man. It was a lot. Like the whole performance thing. Like that's why when it comes to me doing the K-pop dances and the dancing, when a lot of people are like, "Holy shit, like you kind of turn into a different person." Well, yeah, that's just kind of a switch that turns on now in me because of just doing that and just being able to fully dive into something that I love to do. And it brings out at least when I'm dancing, it brings out that's my confidence. That is my confidence. That is my inner goddess coming out and being like, bam, here I am. I'm snacktastic. I'm your favorite snack. Eat it up. Like that type of confidence I don't have on a daily basis. I ain't gonna lie. But when I'm dancing and I know I'm dancing well and I'm having fun with it on top of it, even when I mess up, sometimes that's the best times. Like I end up making my own parody songs when I mess up because I'm like, look at what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And I have fun. It's just who I am. I guess growing up in a world of perfection and needing to be perfect all the time, I will always strive for not perfection anymore. I will strive for my best to get better, and once my best has gotten better, it will get even best. I'm always trying to outdo me. I'm not trying to outdo anyone anymore.
Same. Like when my mentality as a creator with so limited time is how can I make this video perform better than the last? How can I make this stream perform better than the last? How can I make new people? How can I make people smile? Because the way the world works is pretty simple. And I'm going to keep kind of driving back to this. The happier you are with your content, the better you're going to be with content. The happier you are with yourself, the better your content's going to be because you're allowing yourself to bring the best out of you. I'm a drummer, hence Percussive 173. What do I do when I'm upset? I go play the
You
drums.
play drums.
I go play the drums and I'm damn good at it. And people are like, well, why don't you stream yourself playing the drums? I'm like, I don't want you guys to see that. You're going to hear me play the drums without any music, and it's just going to sound like me crashing a whole bunch of cymbals, and you're going to be all bored when I start doing rudiments, and then you're just going to leave. And who knows, maybe I join a band and become the greatest drummer who has ever lived, and you guys are like, wait, I saw him streaming before.
Right.
But also, I don't want to be a musician. My brother's a musician. My brother does the music thing. I want to do my own thing. I'm creative. I'm an artistic person. Did pottery when I was a kid. I have consistently grown and consistently find ways to better myself on a day-to-day basis, and that's why ultimately what brings me back to the shitty game of Call of Duty is I want to be the best at Call of Duty. Weirdly enough. And I want to be the best at Minecraft, even though I suck at Minecraft. I want to be the best on the things that I do.
So.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being in creative mode.
Hey, it's how I have to Minecraft, man, because when I play Minecraft, and I'm a pothead, I'm come from a state where it's legal. I get really stoned and I want to build pyramids like the ancient aliens. Okay? So
I downloaded a mod for pyramids so I could go explore them.
No, I literally build the insides too. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
just build a pyramid. Like I have been known to go into a friend's server, build the inside of a pyramid and the whole like booby traps, everything, make a fucking mummy, all of that shit. Jewels. Yeah. I get obsessive because I made a glass pyramid once. I really loved that. But I turned the inside into a greenhouse.
That's awesome. That's so
Minecraft.
cool. So like there's so many different things that you can do in not just Minecraft, but not just like your day-to-day life, but like not just being good at Call of Duty or being good at drums or being good at arts or being good at crafts. Like we say this all the time as content creators. To be the best content creator, you have to learn what you truly love.
Mhm.
And 95% of content creation is introspective. Um it's looking back in yourself and finding things to improve. Not only that, it's learning new things consistently. It's not simple, and I can't say this enough. Like, it can be simple. It really can be simple. But it is only simple if you put yourself in the right mindset. The
Mhm.
people that grow consistently are the people that put themselves out there. The people, even in I've been getting shown more and more and more Cleveland content creators, right? And they're all TikTok
Right.
stars. They all
My
review
my
food.
own city, like, they're coming up on my For You page lately, and I'm like, "This is weird."
I'm like, I've
Like, I've
never seen
never
them
known
before.
any of you before, but it's like, okay, like, there's a foodie, there's a travel person, there's a haunted, like, a ghost content creator. I'm like, "Where have you been?"
I could blow
Like
some of the creators in my city out of the water with IRL content. But it's not a competition. It's
Right.
like so they'll come and it'll be like, I went to Rising Star and I had the best coffee I've ever had. Okay, cool. I went to Li Wa and I got the best Chinese food. Okay, cool. It's like there are things about like your own city that some of the people are inspiring me to kind of look at myself to create different IRL content.
Right.
But I also don't want to be that guy to record myself in public because I'm too much of an introvert. So,
I'm an extroverted introvert. Like, the second I get out in public, I'm like, "Okay, when can I go home?" But then
same.
when I'm home too much, I'm like, "I'm getting stir crazy, I need to get out of here." But the second I leave, I'm like, "I wanna go home."
That's why I
Like
like hang out in Discord with like a lot with my friends and like we'll chill in like a VC or we'll chill in a private part of the server or I'll chill with Nick or like we'll play COD or like whatever the case is. Like when I'm home, I want to hang out with people, but I don't want to like go out and like hang out with people. I like you guys seeing me from the chest up. I don't want you to see me from the chest down. But that's just a me thing. It's it's really weird in the world of content because like, but for example, like I would never have met you unless I went to like DreamHack and met you at the convention. I met you, I think it was through Trip and Red, which is really
Yeah.
cool enough. We were actually chilling in this one club and I forget the name of the club. It was an after party in
Was it the
23.
Jello shot night?
It was the Jello shot night.
And you were there for the random snack attack dance, huh?
You jumped on me and hugged me and I was
I
like,
know. I'm, like, starting to recall it. No, I
it
actually
was
still have a
funny.
video of me doing that, like, random, like, dance that I
And
did before the
I
Jello
fucking loved
shots
it.
came.
But
Yeah, that's when a lot of you got to see my, like, true nature, you know?
hey, and we vibe with the true you. And like when I got to know you afterwards, like it like you were chill, you were kind, you were polite to me. For me, like I'm in a weird situation. It's not hard to be my friend. There's so many people who are mean to me or forget about me that like as long as you just like communicate with me and talk to me, I'll more than likely be like, "Oh, you're a cool person. You didn't forget about me." I'm it's almost like it's too easy. But on the flip side, you do end up meeting people that are just truly cool and truly chill. Like I loved talking with Ash when Ash was on the podcast. I love talking with Jess, with Dev, with Shady, with Cpreds, like with almost everybody I've had on the podcast because everybody's mentality and content creation is so much different,
Oh,
but
yeah, for
very
sure.
similar.
Yeah, for sure. Like we all have a very mutual like vision in a
Yeah.
sense, like when it comes to I don't want to say this is all of our dreams because not every single one of us have ever like truly dreamt to be a content creator. You know what I
Oh, I
mean?
never
Like
dreamt to be a creator.
me
It
either.
just
Like that was
happened.
never my exactly. Like it happened, I fell in love with it, like, truly fell in love with it. Like, was it my dream to be an actress someday? Yeah, actually, yes. I was going to college for it, I had a talent agent, I had the whole shebang going for me. But, things in my life were changing, I didn't end up taking that opportunity, and then when I got into streaming it was like, "Oh, shit," like, a little spark of, like, my dream that I had since I was a kid, right? Kinda came back, and it was like, "Okay, I'm an entertainer." That's what I have dreamt of, is just being an entertainer. So, like, there's literally, like, "So you think you can K-pop?" That's entertainment, like,
Mm-hmm.
watching me and my friends make dudes cry in video games, that's entertainment, especially for
Yes, it
us other
is.
females, like, you know? Um,
Well, I mean, like, guys are assholes. Let's be straight up.
yeah.
Like, guys suck. And
Well,
like,
that and they think every girl is gonna boohoo cry about certain things that they say, and in reality, no. Like my best friend, she honestly introduces herself in each new lobby with "Do you like bagels? Do you like cream cheese on your bagels? How do you eat your bagels?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if they still are talking shit to her, she's like, "Oh, so you don't like bagels?" Like, not every girl is going to cry, and I think these guys don't realize this. Like, you tell me to get back in the kitchen, okay, fine, bet I will, but after you get in the garage and change my oil.
it's
Like,
just funny that like
you want to
some. It's funny that people just think that they are just gonna like, get under people's skin with just like a one of those like
Well,
stupid
there are
mundane
girls that
statements.
do get really upset about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's some days where, I'm more sensitive. It does bother me, but like,
See, I
it
get
is what it
trained.
is.
I get trained by Call of Duty lobbies. Someone will call me a fat piece of shit, and I'll be like, okay, cool. And then somebody will try to say something that like drastically affects me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, it's a puppers.
Yes, it is a puppers.
It is the puppers, but
It is one of the puppers.
it's
The
like
other one is most likely going to show up out of jealousy.
it's awesome. I love dogs. And like when it comes to like Call of Duty lobbies are the most heinous of the heinous. They're gonna say things that are gonna absolutely attempt to hurt you, and once they think that it get under your skin, you're gonna say, oh yeah, you're so soft, you got under your skin. And like I've had somebody literally just annoy the piss out of me just by saying, oh, did you let that get under your skin? And I'm like, I don't know what you think you're doing, but it's not working. And then it started annoying me because they kept saying it over and over, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore you and then move on.
Right.
But it's like if I like talking with people who have genuine, authentic personalities and mentalities, not people who are just gonna be like bigoted. Your dog loves you.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she realizes I'm streaming because this one gets shy when she knows I'm streaming, and the other
Aw.
one wants attention all the time. She wants to be on my streams all the time.
Well, you're not technically streaming. I'm streaming.
That's true. So that is true.
Mm-hmm. And so, where do you want your to take your content next? What's your next move?
Well, right now is to have my dog in my face. Can you go elsewhere? When it comes to my content, honestly, I just really want to see how much further I can grow as a streamer because I'm predominantly a live streamer. I
Mm-hmm.
am not really like I'm starting to learn how to make offline content, right? And like actually put it out there and get into more of the world of content creation. But I do want to honestly bring dancing more to more platforms. not just as offline content, like what it's been basically for years now. I want to make it more live streaming content. Like, there's a lot when you go to, like, if you were to go to an actual dance class or in my past cheerleading practice and stuff like that, there's a lot of great, funny moments that you can experience in that. Like, let's be real, like when COVID shut down the whole world, I had to coach cheerleading via like Zoom, like how, Discord, all that shit. So like that's honestly what honestly created and helped inspire the So You Think You Can K-pop. Like, how can I make this not just offline, but also a live streaming thing? Because it is to be like a dance class, um, and all of this other stuff. Like, there's just so much I can do with it. I really want to see that completely through, not just to the end, but to see how far it can go in general. I'm really excited for the journey of that. As for with the live streaming, um, I just really hope my goal this next year completely is honestly to open up my own shop, not using Etsy. There's a lot of stuff hidden in the sign up shit for Etsy to sell things. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to legitimately make SnixSnacks, Knickknacks an actual like thing, an actual, I don't want to say company, but I want to start my own business. That's my other dream besides
Hell
being an
yeah.
entertainer, is getting my crafts out there and selling my things, not just for the money, but because Susie, Johnny, Karen, and so, they all love that so much that they want to buy it. Like, we've all been there before, you know what I mean? Where
Mm-hmm.
you fall in love with something because your soul connects it and you're like, I need to have it. How much? How much? You know what I mean? Like, I want to continue creating moments like that. Um, a lot of like my pendants that I made and gave out at the past couple dream hacks, those have popped off. I didn't really expect that to. That was like one of those things of, oh, I could probably make one of these, and I tried it and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make 100 of them now because it worked out. Um, I want to continue to grow as a live streamer so I can honestly show off more of my work, because there's never just one craft. Like, I literally will go and attempt and learn whatever I can, truthfully. Um, like, one of my next crafts that I'm about to do is the big chunky, like, knotted, like, crocheted, hand crocheted blankets and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's a bunch of different stuff. Like, I'm never gonna cap myself. I'm never gonna limit myself. And every new craft adventure, I want to show it with everyone else, even if it sucks. Because,
And but that
sometimes oopsies make masterpieces.
but that's the beauty of content creation and like creating things in general. It's like you have the ability to. Sorry, I had something feedback at me. But that's the beauty of content creation in general. Is like being able to allow those crafts to happen. Being able to put yourself out there and putting yourself into a position where you're creating certain things is such a beautiful thing. And like it's just something that everybody kind of should experience for themselves. And not everybody is meant to be in a world of content. Not everybody can craft. Not everybody can stream. Not everybody can make content. Not everyone's geared that way. I mean, some people are more geared to like work in construction and like do certain things, but like everybody's different. And don't down yourself for being different. And with the content, with this episode being geared towards aspiring creators, people who want to get in the world of content, like the one message that I have for you that I wish you would take after listening to this episode is to really decide if content creation is something you want to do. If you're hell bent on saying, yeah, I want to be a content creator. Yeah, I think the world of content is going to be fun. I'm going to be the next big crafter. I'm going to be the next big drummer. I'm going to be the next big COD creator. I'm going to be the next big whatever. Prove it. Make that your mentality.
Yeah.
Learn how to do it and prove it to yourself and to
No,
everybody
that's
who wants to
already
see
my
you.
mentality. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't mean to just you. I mean to
No, I know
everyone.
in general. But that's
Mhm.
also what I'm saying is that's what the response back to you should be. I already have
100%.
that mentality. What are you talking about? And keep moving forward.
And then immediately I'm like, oh, I'm not talking about you because I know you have that because you're already doing everything in that manner to do that. So for the last question of tonight's episode, I want to ask you the same question I just answered. What message do you have for aspiring creators?
The message I have for, you know, people who want to be content creators, you got to start doing what you enjoy first. Cuz if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to radiate what the new Riz word out there is, this aura, right? The aura that draws people in. You're not going to be a lighthouse for all these tiny little ships lost at sea. If you are not enjoying what you're doing, you have to have fun. You have to make sure that the day, like, you honestly could have the worst day ever and you don't want to stream and you could go live and you could be down in the dumps, but then you get someone who, okay, for example, you turned their light on for them and they were your light that day for you, and they bring your happiness back because you're doing something that you enjoy doing and you brought that person to you. Make sure you always enjoy what you are doing. Make sure you are always enjoying what you are doing. If you don't enjoy it but you still want to make that type of content, figure out a way to enjoy it again.
You have
You
to.
have to stay, I don't want to say stay relevant, but you have to figure out a way to keep on your toes. Like, say you don't want to do this anymore, but now you and your best friend are doing it together and you're having more fun with it than you ever did before. Guess what? You just found your solution to the problem you were having. Make sure you enjoy what you're doing. Because if you are not being your authentic self, it will show. And it is okay to have days where you're not your authentic self. It is okay to have days where you hit go live and yeah, you weren't like high energy, the most you that you could possibly be, but you still went live, and that some days is a huge struggle for a lot of us. So it is okay to take days off. It is okay to just hit go live, stream for an hour if that's all you can muster up. Good for you. Give yourself a pat on the back because you still went live. Like, you just have to always make sure you're enjoying yourself.
It's so huge and so important in the world of content. Like being your enthusiastic, authentic self is so important. Like for me, if
Being
I
your
have a day,
unapologetic, authentic self is so important too. Like,
100%
fuck what
agree.
other people say. Never apologize for being who you are.
Definitely. And like if I'm having a bad day and I go live, then you're going to see me having a bad day. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to hide
But
it.
you're being authentically yourself.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going to hide the emotions when I'm sad. I'm not going to hide the emotions when I'm mad. I'm not going to hide the emotions when I'm depressed. Like, well, today I have a resting bitch face. Today I'm exhausted, and you can see that in my face when you zoom up. I am exhausted. I do have an RBF. It's not intentional. It's not meant to be rude because I still love you, SnixSnacks, and you're amazing. But it's like when you one thing I'm never going to do as a content creator is hide my emotions from somebody else. And
Exactly.
because the moment you start doing that is the moment you start being fake. And the moment you start being fake is the moment people are going to realize. And then people are going to call you out for being fake. And then it's a whole vicious cycle. And you're going to go down a slippery slope. And you're going to worry about what other people think when we don't worry about what other people think in the first place.
Mhm.
So,
No, honestly, we don't worry about what other people think. We worry too much what the other people are going to worry about. And that's
bingo.
it makes no sense because if you were to actually be able to hear other people's voices in their heads, they're not they're in the same position as you. They're worrying about what you are thinking about them. Like,
Bingo.
you got to stop worrying about Susie and Jackie and only worry about yourself.
Moral of the story that I think this like elongated episode can like kind of pull out is just remember to be whoever you want to be and have fun with whoever you want to be.
And
Find-
dream
and
your
dream.
dreams.
Absolutely. This world sucks. It really sucks.
It's
there's
so
a
ugly.
lot-
So make beauty. Make beautiful
Exactly.
things. Please. That's a huge thing for me. Like, that's another reason why I craft is there's so much ugly in this world. I just want to make pretty beautiful things.
And that's
Like,
why I just want to make people smile however I can. Like, I don't want to spread any more hate than there already is, because there's a lot of hate.
there's too much hate.
For real. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all coming out. I want you guys to hear, I want to say an absolute massive thank you to SnixSnacks for taking time out of her busy day and her life to be able to come here and share her story and have a really open heart conversation like so openly. And if you guys are not following SnixSnacks, please make sure you're following her because you 100% need to. And if you guys are seeing this podcast down the road, go say hello. Go tell her the podcast sent you. Because I know a lot of the people who watch my podcast are going to watch it after it's done. But if you guys are listening to this right now when you're an aspiring creator, let this be a reminder that you don't need to have the perfect start. That you don't need to have the perfect growth. But you know what you need to be more than anything? You need to let your personality shine throughout your content, and you need to be consistent with the way you do that, and your community will come with time. So have fun. Go show SnixSnacks some loves. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, this is the PSP Podcast where Perc keeps spreading positivity. So keep your guys' head up and have yourselves an absolute blast and have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen. Doses!